Welcome back to another episode of Beneath the Mendoza Line podcast. It is June 13th here. Big news coming out of the sports world as of yesterday or day before is Joey Chestnut banned from all hot dog eating contests.
Get out of here.
The
I think
4th
we're being
of July
played.
is officially ruined because we will not see Kobayashi, right, is retired from hot dog eating contests. Joey Chestnut is now banned because he signed a contract with a vegan food company and is no longer going to be eating Nathan's hot dogs as of right now. He signed a 4-year deal with them. We'll see how it goes. But he got a bag from that vegan company. I forget what it's called.
I don't blame Joey Chestnut at all for taking the bag. You got to get paid if you're going to eat all that much and die by the time you turn like 50. I understand. I get it. Not a big deal. My issue with it all, I think Joey Chestnut, Jesus, should be stoned at this year's Nathan's hot dog eating contest for wanting to eat Impossible Meats. I will not eat the bugs.
It's Impossible Meats. That's what it is, yeah.
I will never eat the bugs. Joey Chestnut will eat the bugs. It's un-American. It's the downfall of our country. I am now out on Joey Chestnut for now.
Joey Chestnut officially out via this podcast. Strong words there about Joey Chestnut. But yeah, 4th of July officially canceled due to Joey Chestnut not be able to participate in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Most amount of hot dogs you've ever eaten in one sitting, Alex. Go.
Most hot dogs, I think $1 hot dog day, I definitely had 12.
12 hot dogs. Jeez.
Yeah, I had 12 hot dogs. But then I got too drunk and I couldn't eat anymore, so sure. I probably could have had more.
Yeah, I think the most I ever had, like not at a ball game, like just in like a setting, like at a barbecue, I think I had 9 one time. I was about to throw up. It was, but they were bigger dogs in big buns. So either way, but we are well into the MLB season now. A lot of stuff that's happened since our last podcast. Do want to apologize that there was a little bit of delay on the last one. I had been traveling 2 weekends in a row. Work got really busy. We're going to come at you week after week here, moving forward. Summer's starting to heat up, especially out here in DC. It is getting hot as shit. Next week it's supposed to be in the high 90s for the Nats homestand. So we're going to the game this week with my work on Saturday. So it should be fun. On Friday, though, I texted Alex this earlier in the week. On Friday, the Nats are giving away a bobblehead of Mike Rizzo, who is their GM. First time I've ever heard of any type of, sometimes they give the head coach, the manager, maybe Correct. A base coach. Rusty Kuntz, famous base coach for their base coach for the Royals. Great name. Mike Rizzo, though, they're giving the GM wave.
I think you had the perfect take when you sent me that because I was against it. I thought it didn't make any sense. I thought the GM had no business getting a promotional item, but you had the perfect take. Know who you're supposed to be mad at when your team is 15 games under 500. I think owners should be given dartboards out of their face. Sure. I think GM should get some like breakaway bottles so guys can go around in the stands and just hit each other over the head.
Yeah, like little voodoo dolls.
Yeah, little voodoo dolls. Maybe stick some pins in it. I'm all in for the ownership, upper management, front office promotional giveaways going forward.
Yeah, so that's on Friday. Probably not going to get that one, but going on Saturday for the game. So, going to be fun there. Been to a couple of games since the last podcast. Memorial Day weekend, Friday Memorial Day weekend. I went down to Tampa, down to St. Pete. So the Royals and Rays play. Very fun game. Bigger crowd than I expected down there. We do have some good audio clips from my buddy Mark and I took some good audio clips in the third inning there. Maybe it's the 4th inning. But I'll be uploading those to our Twitter page and into this podcast.
All right, we are boots on the ground here from Tampa Bay. It's actually in St. Pete, but they call it Tampa Bay. We got Royals, Rays here in the middle of May, kind of the end of May here. I got Mark Newman with me. Mark Newman, one of the fantasy boys here. Mark Newman's Seth Lugo is going tonight. Mark, your thoughts right away from Seth Lugo.
Yeah, first off, pleasure to be here with you, Nate. It's been a long dream of mine to be on this pod. But yeah, just overall pretty underwhelming. Just excitement here at the stadium. Lackluster crowd. But Seth Lugo seems to have kind of gotten it together after that first inning. He'd given up a run. But he's been dealing now lately. And he's back to being the best starter in the AL like he's been so far this year.
He's 7-1 right now, folks. Mark, you want to tell us about the giveaway that we got today at walking into the stadium here in St. Pete, Tampa?
The giveaway was something I'd never seen before. The giveaway I was expecting, because I saw it was like skateboard night or something. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll give away some tech decks. No, they gave us a full-on skateboard with a cool little Devil Ray art on the back of it. we ended up throwing ours away within the first 5 minutes of getting in the stadium. But it was nothing I'd ever seen before. Most people are just using it as plates for their food, really not actually going to bring it home tonight.
Sure, that's an interesting giveaway here. Mark, your initial thoughts on the stadium here? I've been here a couple times. This is my third time here now. Second time seeing the Royals. There's a nice hit to right field by Michael Garcia. We are top of the fifth here. 2-1 Rays. My third time being here now, second time seeing the Royals here. Mark, your initial thoughts on Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay / St. Pete?
Yeah, so this is my second Florida stadium. Went to the Miami one last year, and that was definitely underwhelming as well. But I see this is a little bit better. You got a little bit more filled out here on the lower bowl. Miami, there were maybe like 1,000 fans there. Tampa makes sense. Like the team's a lot better. But, crowd, typical sleepy crowd, retirement community. So average age deceased out here. So it makes sense. But, no, there's a couple great ball clubs. Hey, how about the Royals? 31 and whatever. They're well over 500, playing really good ball.
We discussed this on the podcast this next week, or this week. It will be released. I brought my computer down here so I can release it tonight. And there is, and he gets out of the jam here. Pickoff move. Michael Garcia takes second and late throw down to second. That is going to put him into scoring position here with no outs. Bobby Witt Jr. up to bat. Bobby Witt Jr., as we discussed on the podcast, that's my AL MVP vote as of this time. If he is in New York, it'd be a no-brainer. But at the stadium right now, we are seeing there's a Wade Boggs shirt in front of us. We're seeing a bunch of Royals jerseys. At this time, we have not seen a Cubs hat or a Cubs shirt. I bet you we will, though. Mark, how many Rays are you going to touch out at the Rays tank out in right center?
Well, I might be swimming with them here in a minute.
He's going to be swimming with them.
I think that would be an unreal experience. But supposedly they can't sting you. Their stingers have been cut. So I'll probably touch a 3 for good luck.
Yeah, 3's a really low rookie number there for Mr. Newman. I'm going to get at least 8. Big Cat has done this, and he says he got 12. I don't believe it, but he says he got 12. That is our. It was supposed to be our third inning recap. Game's going pretty quickly here. That's our fifth inning recap. Again, that is Royals 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors, 4 left on, and Rays 1 run on 2 hits, 3 left on, no errors. The Rays are wearing their throwback Devil Rays jerseys. We thought it was going to be the City Connect that just released probably 2 weeks ago or so. We'll come back to you at the stretch here. As a pitch, Bobby Witt Jr. strikes out on a high fastball up in the ceiling. We will be back. Vinny Pasquantino coming up. Again, that is Royals 2, Rays 1. We'll come back. See you soon.
Bobby Witt Jr. hit a massive home run that game. I remember it was very impressive. Just the Royals could just continue to be impressive, especially with their starting pitching. I think Seth Lugo went that game. I gave up, a run or 2 in the first inning, but then settled down, went 7 strong. Just continues to be a force. Seth Lugo does. Cole Reagans has really calmed down a little bit. Alec March today, who came back from the injured list, went 7 innings against the Yankees, 1 hit, like 6 or 7 Ks. Got Aaron Judge 4 times. I don't think he got him 4 times. I think he got him 3 times, and then the bullpen got him once. Got the golden sombrero from Judge. Good segue into Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has been absolutely lighting it up. 25 home runs. Right now, 60. As of yesterday, 2 days ago, 63 RBIs. Probably more now. They beat the shit out of the Royals the last two days. The Royals walked it off today because of that amazing start from Alec Marsh. But he's been doing amazing. What was really fun was this week. Last weekend, Dodgers were in town from LA out in New York City, and the Dodgers won that first game pretty handedly. They crushed the Yankees in the second game too. And I loved all the memes of the old remember the Titans posts where Denzel Washington character is just like, "Oh, we're not having fun anymore. Oh, we're having fun? Not anymore. Didn't think so." It's just at all these Yankee fans like, "Oh, it's really fun. Yeah, you can beat the shit out of these other teams when a team comes in and kicks your ass at home. It's not that fun anymore."
No, it's not.
It was really funny watching those. But that series last weekend was really fun to watch. That first game, it was 0-0 like going into the 8th. Yamamoto pitched a really good game. I think the Yankees kind of did a by committee thing. Saturday was Rodon. And credit to this podcast, I had texted Alex because Rodon had no hitter going into the 7th inning. I texted Alex. I literally said, Rodon, no hitter. And
I'm sending this. I'm sending this with the purpose of hoping he does not throw a no-hitter. And within 5 seconds, I think.
Literally within 5 seconds, Carlos Correa took him deep, and Rodon was out within the next 5 minutes. So credit to us.
Yeah, you're welcome, world.
Yes, exactly. There's Michael Kay, right, for the longtime broadcaster for the Yankees, doesn't believe in that type of thing. I think that's ridiculous to not believe in that. So we proved him wrong there.
I've seen more and more announcers throughout like the years, like just say things in like the 6th inning, 7th inning. It's like, oh, he's got a no hitter. He hasn't let anybody on base, and they're talking about it. And jinxes don't exist. And then immediately after
it's
that,
literally
it's gone.
It's right
so
there.
People are stupid. Jinx are real.
Other amazing things out of the Yankees. Luis Gil, he's going to win Rookie of the Year. He's doing amazing. He's like 8-2 or 9-1. He's doing really well. Nestor Cortez isn't doing as well as I thought he was going to be this year. Velocity kind of went down, but obviously Carlos Rodon, obviously taking that in no hitter in the 7th inning. He's been doing so much better than in previous years, and we'd like to credit this podcast for his success.
I'd like to credit this podcast for the entire Yankees success, which started at the beginning of the year.
It's because I drafted Garrett Cole and Garrett Cole goes down. He made a Double-A rehab start last Sunday, did okay, pitched a couple innings. I follow his wife on Instagram, and she said it went great, so I believe her more than the analysts that were at the game.
Good journalism.
Other big injuries: Christian Javier for the Astros goes down. Has to have Tommy John surgery. Kyle Tucker is out for not the foreseeable future, but for going to be for the next couple of weeks. Alex, I wanted to get some of your thoughts on some of the upcoming trade deadline is fast approaching. I wanted to get some of your thoughts. Some of the rumors going around: Bo Bichette and Vladdy Jr. on the block. Okay, they just got rid of Kevin Biggio to the Dodgers.
Well, they waived him. They said goodbye. So they were going to send him out no matter what. But
I think Bo Bichette is the more obvious answer of somebody that could actually be moved.
Yeah, I think it'd be a little weird for Vladdy to go this early. But then again, you look at like the Red Sox for sending out Mookie Betts, with years left on his contract. I know it's a different organization, but no, I don't think it makes sense. I think he sells enough tickets that to keep him around is worth it. I think, what does he have, one more year on his contract or one more year bore he hits free agency? Bo Bichette makes sense. Everybody's looking for middle infielders that can hit. They were just in town this weekend. They didn't play great. Vladdy G flew out with the winning run on third base, I believe, in the 9th yesterday. But regardless,
Chicago would make sense.
Yeah, Chicago would make sense. They are looking for infielder pieces. They don't think Christopher Morel is going to be a long-time fit at third base. Point being is, I'm not really looking at Toronto. I was looking more at the White Sox and who they're going to sell. A lot of people are thinking Luis Robert's going to be gone.
Absolutely.
Which he probably will. I know he's young. Some Brewer circles were talking about how much we'd give out. We have like 30 outfielders, so that doesn't make any sense. But it'll be a pretty package for him, I assume. Although the White Sox are dumb, so maybe they'll just trade for like cash. I don't know.
Or a washing machine or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You are right though. The Brewers, I feel like these young dudes, I feel like I always see that are coming up and doing good things. They're all outfielders. They're literally all every single one,
and they all
play center field too.
Yeah,
and I feel like they just get rotated in and out. So, but yeah, like I said, the trade deadline's coming up. We'll have more news on that as more names go to the block and are look to get moved. Another name that I really could see going somewhere, honestly, probably to the Yankees, it's going to be Mason Miller from out in Oakland.
Correct.
Really young guy, huge arm.
Doesn't make any sense for the A's to keep him at all.
They could get so much for him too. Like I said, the Yankees would probably be a perfect landing spot for him, just because he throws gas and that bullpen. They got Clay Holmes, Luke Weaver, but they need somebody who can just throw absolute heat in there.
Yeah, who's that kid from the Padres that's lighting up? He's been a relief pitcher. He was having almost better numbers than Mason Miller in the beginning part of the year. What's his name? I'll find it. You keep talking.
Yeah, there was a pretty funny post. Patrick Mahomes posted the other day that he's trying to throw knuckleballs like that Waldron kid for the Padres. It was a pretty funny video on Twitter I saw. Other things that have been happening: the Phillies and Mets played over in the UK. Very funny stuff. The Mets stink, but the games were pretty entertaining. Funny stuff is there was a guy there. You probably saw it on Instagram. There was a guy there that had a shirt on that said the UK England blew a 13 colony lead, and people were taking photos of him all over the stadium, and it was so funny. That was really good stuff. That obviously they play this UK game every year. And it went all in the Phillies' favor, just like everything in life goes against the Mets. I think the Mets took one game out of there, but even that game wasn't even close, and it wasn't even. I think the Phillies had already won the previous two, so it didn't really matter. So we're all wrapped up from the UK. We can forget about them entirely at this time. Other things here: the College World Series is going to start this week. Fastest game on dirt. Kentucky makes it for the first time. I think South Carolina's in there as well. So it's going to be fun. Have you been, Alex? I went a couple of years ago.
No, I never have been. Always wanted to. It looks like a lot of fun. I watched a bunch of the super regionals over the weekend. That Clemson, who the hell played? Kid made that insane catch out in center field.
I saw it. Yeah.
Clemson versus whatever. It's gonna Florida. I think it was Clemson, Florida. Kid hit the game tying home run in the ninth and their last at bat, then to make the game winning catch in center field, only to lose on your home field. Kind of crazy. No, I've never been. I want to go. Wisconsin doesn't have a men's team. We have UWM, but they're obviously a very small program. Probably will never make it. So I've never been, but I'd be interested in going.
Yeah, it's cool. It's in the outfield. It's all GA seating, just like the bleachers out at Wrigley. All GA seating. It's a ton of fun. There's a ton of merch tents. There's not a whole lot of bars and restaurants around the stadium, but it's like right on the Creighton campus, right there, like downtown Omaha. But it gets rowdy out there. I went on game 3 of the finals a couple years ago. It was Kumar Rocker was pitching for Vanderbilt, and it was a really, really young Mississippi State team that crushed them.
But did they win it that year, or was this earlier?
Mississippi State did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw a bunch of the Barstool guys there, like Carl and Mincy and all those guys.
Brandon Walker.
Saw Brandon Walker. Saw Dak Prescott, him and his wife just walking around. Which I was first thinking, like, why doesn't he have like security or anything? But he's Dak Prescott. He's 6'6", 265. He'll kick the shit out of you himself. But it's pretty. They're just walking around the concourse. It's pretty cool. Give him a little head nod. He head nods back. So we're in.
Nice. Come on the pod.
Yeah, he might. Other things that I wanted to discuss. No, sorry. What I was getting back to about the College World Series is they do the Jello shot challenge, right?
Correct.
Where they write the names of all the schools that are in it at this one bar. I forget the name of the bar, but they post it every year. Last year was LSU crushed everybody by like 4,000 Jello shots. They're $5 a piece, right? And it's always a good tradition there. It's really fun. I forget the name of the bar. I'll find it and I'll tweet it out. But they always post that. Like almost every single night they'll post the result of the Jello shot challenge. Yes. Rocco's Jello shot challenge. Some would say that if you buy more Jello shots, your team's gonna win. So plug for them.
Yeah,
I take it back. No free ads.
Yeah, no free ads. Send us Jello shots. Thank you.
Yes, we will need that.
Another time of this year, I kind of want to bring up and hear your takes. Are we getting to the point where we're going to see some in-season management firings? You see underperforming teams like the Cardinals. Oliver Normell, he's one of the worst managers in baseball. The Rays are 15.5 games back.
Yeah, I literally have written on here the Rays are in last place. What the fuck is going on?
That doesn't make any sense. Craig Counsell won't get fired. I'm not saying that he will. I'm just saying in general, they're 2 games under. They have one of the worst bullpens in baseball. I saw a stat. If the games were only like 7 innings long, they'd be like 45-12 or something stupid like that. I don't know. At what point
the White Sox won't fire Pedro Grifol until his second year.
Yeah, he won't go. The Astros, I mean, they're 7 games under. I know that injuries and things of that happen.
And the Angels, Ron Washington just got there too, and they're super young.
Got there. Padres are 6.5. They're going to fight for a wild card, so that doesn't make any sense after taking the dude from the Giants.
We'll see.
So maybe not. I mean, I see a couple names. The Mets could fire everybody anytime that they want to. I think he's like a first-year manager too, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I just answered my own question. There's like two
We'll
teams.
we'll keep tracking it. We'll keep tracking it. Other names I wanted to talk about. A name that was huge, in baseball, just even as of a couple years ago, and I feel like you can honestly ask if he's retired because there's no ever news any news about him. But Nolan Arenado is still playing baseball.
He is still
And
playing
he is just
baseball.
absolutely him and Paul Goldschmidt. It seemed like after that first year of them in St. Louis, when they stunk then, nobody was even talking about him. The other day, I was watching the Cardinals game. I was like, holy shit, Nolan Arenado is still playing. He's hitting like 260, but just not hitting the big home runs,
Correct.
not
None
making
of
these
them are.
crazy big flashy plays over at third base anymore. Pretty disappointing to see that. Paul Goldschmidt, I mean, obviously MVP that, 5 years ago now, maybe.
Less than that. I think it was like 2 years ago.
That he was the MVP. Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm pretty positive. I mean, it's sooner than you think. He's going to turn 38 this year or 37 this year, and I'm pretty positive he won it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, just a complete fall off from Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt. Obviously, you play on these bad teams, but even some of these teams that are atrocious, still have that superstar power on them that we haven't seen out of them.
You weren't that far off. You won in 2022 and 2017, so you kind of just split the
2017 is what I was
difference.
thinking of. Yeah. So yeah, other things. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins released their City Connect jerseys. The Minnesota Twins one is fairly strange. The Blue Jays is okay. It has the skyline of Toronto in the background. The Minnesota Twins one is a little interesting.
It doesn't make any sense. It's a mixture between like the Brewers and the Seattle Mariners.
So that's
City
the thing
Connects.
is when I saw it, I literally was like, "This is the Seattle Mariners." They just completely copied it.
Correct.
But they're pretty interesting. I'll tweet those out on our Twitter. Other thing, we talked about the White Sox briefly, but as of today, they're 17-52. It's pretty ridiculous how many games below 500 they are at this point. They're 27 and a half games back in the AL Central. Doesn't help that the Guardians are really good, and Steven Kwan is absolutely lighting up. He's still batting like 365. You got the Naylor brothers absolutely shitting all over everybody. Like I said, it doesn't help that they have Cleveland and Kansas City rather in their division. But 17 and 20 and 52 is pretty ridiculous. Want to see more out of them. I have Eric Fetty on my fantasy team, and he's been doing pretty well for them. I mean, I'd give him like a B- grade on the year, but he's been doing okay. Really the only bright spot out of that lineup. Like I said, Luis Robert, he's just not going to hit for average. He'll hit bombs. He's just not going to hit for average. So like I said, we still maintain that they're done.
If Steven Kwan hits 380, close to 400 the entire year, does he get MVP votes?
He would get MVP votes, yeah.
Like first
absolutely.
place MVP votes in the AL.
He'd get 6. Yeah, he'd get 6 of them.
Crazy. Different world.
Yeah, exactly. Other things, the Reds have been playing a little bit better. Jonathan India is back from injury. He's playing really well. Their catcher Tyler Stevenson is doing okay. Is doing okay too. One of those guys that always has a really, really high defensive percentage at catcher. Nick Lodolo is doing pretty well for them too. As a starting pitcher, been getting good innings out of him. The Reds they were my pick, or one of my picks from the Central there. They've been playing a little bit better baseball because they were in a big skid. Obviously, they've still got Ellie De La Cruz, who's always going to light it up, but they've been playing a little bit better baseball.
There's a lot of stars in the NL Central now. Between you got O'Neill Cruz in position player for the Pirates, and then you go along with the pitching matchups with Jared Jones, Paul Skeens. With the Cubs, you got Shota Imanaga. I still can never say his name. Imanaga. Jared Assad has been really fucking good.
Yeah, rookie.
And then you go with the Reds. You got Lodolo. You got Hunter Green, who always threw gas. I think he's more of a reliever, but he still throws 100 whatever for entire outings. There's a lot of really, really good matchups coming down the pipeline in the NL Central for the next 4 or 5 years, as long as guys stay healthy.
Yeah, that's always the bugaboo, is guys staying healthy. Other things, Spencer Torkelson has really been on the struggle bus. They sent his ass down.
And he tanks. He was insane in AAA.
Yeah. And that was a big theme that the Royals had always seen, was these guys that would absolutely light it up. MJ Melendez is a really good example, right? These guys are lighting it up in Double A and Triple A, he hit 40 home runs his last season in Triple A, and comes up and isn't amazing. Yeah, was a good catcher in Triple A too. So
I have a slight theory regarding obviously, like, major league pitchers are that much better. We understand that. But I think you should look at a hitter's ability in Double A over Triple A, especially in the last couple of years. For one, I think Triple A is just full of like washed up minor league or major league, minor league guys that are in their late 20s, early 30s that are going to be DFA'd and out of the league. So how are they? Versus in Double A, you're getting, the cream of the crop prospects that maybe
your 20-year-olds, your 21-year-olds,
or just like the studs, ex-college pitchers that are, anyways, just better pitching in general. So I like looking at Double A stats, hitting stats more than Triple A. Just a theory of mine.
Yeah, my work is going to a Bowie Bay Sox game. It's a minor league for the Orioles in a couple months.
Nice.
So we'll report back on that. We got the all-inclusive package, so we're feeling
okay. Fantastic. Probably cost you like $20.
Yeah, it's unclear. I'm not paying for any of it. So all-inclusive package, bring your family, friends. So it's going to be fun out there in Bowie, Maryland. You probably didn't even know that was a real place, did you?
I did actually.
You knew Bowie, Maryland.
I did. I score a lot of minor league games.
Sure. Yeah, I had no idea it existed before I moved out here. So, speaking of washed up players, good segment, good segue into softball updates. Okay.
Yes, I'll have some next week. Go ahead.
We were rained out the past 2 weeks, so we didn't play. Okay. I had to correct myself. We were 2-4 on the season. We won 2 games. We're not 1-5. We were 2-4, squeaked into the playoffs. Okay. Yesterday was our playoff game against the number 1 seed. All right. And we had some attendance issues. That's for sure.
A little disappointing in a big game.
We had some attendance issues. People couldn't make it. People were on work trips, whatever. It's 2 weeks past where the season was supposed to end, or it's supposed to end 2 weeks ago. But yes, it's 2 weeks past. I get it. But I think we played with 7 players in the field the entire game, so we literally couldn't get it out. It's five run maximum. Actually, the first inning, I think they scored 2 runs, and then I was playing shortstop and second base at the same time.
Just going to the pole side. Is that the?
No, exactly. I was just rotating. I was playing rover actually.
Yeah.
Rover middle infield. And so it actually got like a grounder to me, and the outfielder actually came in, and I threw it to him at second.
Fantastic.
To make 1 out, and then this kid who was playing third. When I say playing third, he was standing on third, playing third. And so hit
scared to death of the ball, or
a little bit. Just it's a nice kid, just not a big baseball, softball guy.
Well, throw him in at third base is a wild move. Then
it's more of a play wherever you want type of league.
Oh, okay.
Play whatever you want, especially when you only get 7 people, right?
Yeah.
So he actually made some good plays over there. But he got hit right to him. The guy on first and second stepped on third. Guy at first forgot how many outs there were, thought there were 2 outs, turned the double play, threw it to second.
Oh, right. Yeah. A double play in softball.
Yeah. Guy forgot how many outs there were.
Got to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, there's 2-0 going into the bottom of the first. My first at bat, I hit an absolute bomb to left center, but they were staffed, right? They had players. So you can play 4 outfielders. So they play, right? That's how you do it. You play 1 guy way far back, and then your regular 3.
Yep.
So hit literally right through this kid. Next inning, they run ruled, so they got 5. Inning after that, I was up again. And what did happen that second one? Oh, it's basically the same thing. I hit almost the exact same thing. It wasn't as far, but flew out on that one. Next time they run rule us again. So we're 10-1 at this point. I don't think I hit the next inning. Next inning, I think we held them to 4. So at this point, it's like 15-0 or 14-0. Inning after that, I get up again. Guy on first and second. I hit an RBI double. RBI single, but then I took the extra bag. And so then ended the game. I think it was 17-1. So again, it was attendance issues. But the other team was pretty good. It was funny though. Each team gets a different color shirt, right? And they were the white shirt team. and they all had tie-dyed their shirts, right? They all were, they all tie-dyed
Yeah,
their
a little
shirts.
fancy, but all right.
Yeah. And there was one kid that didn't have a tie-dye shirt, and we were all just making fun of him. It was like, this guy didn't get the memo. This guy's a loser of the group. He's the black sheep. He didn't get the memo of the tie-dye memo. So they brought the whole wives and girlfriends out to the game. They had like 20 people there. I'm cheering them on. We unfortunately did not. So either way, spring softball is over. Strongly fought with the numbers we did have at the in that last game. So gorgeous day yesterday on the mall. So it was nice. The problem on the mall is that they cut the grass so short, and so cleanly that if you do hit the ball out in the outfield, and you only have two outfielders, it's going to roll forever, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically an inside the park home run. Anytime they'd hit it, past one of our outfielders, and so
all right.
But so we're not playing on the National Mall starting July 3rd. We're playing at a different location.
All right.
It's in Northeast DC. It's called Turkey Thicket. It's
Nice.
just the name of like this rec center, but should be a real field with
Fence,
dirt and fence and everything. So
all right.
so we will update at that time.
Yeah.
So should be a lot of fun. You are starting a league, aren't you, Alex?
Yeah, I'm playing in just playing in a tournament.
Just playing in a tournament for
Father's
charity.
Father's Day tournament. No cash payouts. Okay. Father's Day tournament up in Askeaton, 14 teams, double elimination. We play first game 8:30 p.m. Friday night.
Where is this
at? In Askeaton.
Where the fuck is that?
Just south of Green Bay.
Oh.
In Askeaton, it's nice, really nice. The nice part, nobody plays softball anymore, right? And what I mean by that is less people play softball than they used to. Up in the great north of Wisconsin, people still love their bar games, bowling. I guess trap shooting, I guess kind of counts as a bar game, but not really. You got your golf leagues, you've got your softball leagues, you've got your volleyball leagues. So that all happens down here, but it's at a whole nother level. We're playing at this really nice field, nice fence, lights, grass. It's going to be really nice taken care of. As I said, double elimination, 8:30 tomorrow night. We win, we play at 11:15 Saturday morning. If we lose, we play at 9:30 Saturday morning. So we'll see how it goes.
And who are you playing with? Is your dad playing?
So it's a Father's Day tournament. So it's all of my family members are going to play, all my cousins and some ringers. So we'll see how it goes.
And we have a team name.
The Herms, Hammer, and Hayes.
Herms, Hammer, and Hayes. That's a good name.
Yeah, it's a great
name. Double entendre there too.
Little Triple H.
Nice. Yeah, that's nice. Like I said, what we're going to be doing is once the Dodgers I saw a leak of their City Connect jerseys. They're lame as hell. But once they actually release them, which should be rather soon, we're going to do a full breakdown.
Yes, we will have a special episode of only City Connect jerseys.
Of only City Connect jersey discussion there, which should be a lot of fun. We'll give our best and our worst there. But like I said, softball is officially over. I have a little bit of a break here until the 4th. So yeah, but other news. When the cool thing about the 4th of July is the Nats always play the first game on the 4th of July. So I'm going to go to it this year. I think it's on a Thursday. They play like 11:15 a.m. They're going to do a big flyover, wear special jerseys, special hats. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And do a big presentation. So it should be pretty cool with a bunch of the armed services there. So it should be awesome. But either way, the bunch of really good games coming up this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to the game on Saturday versus the Marlins. And as of today, Thursday is a travel day for all the teams. So not a whole lot of games today. But this weekend's slate should be good. If you don't want to watch the NBA Finals, which should be over by tomorrow, tune into some of your local games. Hunter Green is pitching tomorrow against Freddie Peralta in Milwaukee. Are you going to any?
No, like I said, I got a softball tournament. So I will be out
the entire weekend. Yeah, Kansas City is out in LA. So
yeah, Father's Day is a maybe. We'll see how banged up I am after Saturday night.
Is it a social league like you have to carry a beer in your hand type of deal?
I don't think it'll be that extreme, but it'll definitely be beers in the dugouts.
Okay. That's a lot of fun. Another game I'm going to is up in Baltimore on June 29th. versus the Rangers. Gonna get some good photos from there. Like I said, we're gonna put those audio clips from the game I went to down in Tampa with Mark. I really don't have anything else. Alex, you get anything else to add?
No, not much. Good talk. Great weekend upcoming. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there listening to the podcast. Go have a catch.
Yeah, go have a catch with your dad. Other stats from our from our program here. We are officially down to 88% male listenership. We're officially at 12% female listenership. I'm not entirely sure if that's rigged. I think it might be a little bit because I think some people, some of my buddies listen on their girlfriend Spotify accounts. So
Which we appreciate.
I think those numbers might be a little flawed, but nonetheless, we cannot thank the female listenership enough for that. I didn't upload the last one to YouTube, because I was lazy and didn't want to, but I'm going to upload this one to YouTube. I kind of forgot how to do it since the last time I did it, so I might need a little assistance there. We will not. That's not a paid position at all.
No, again, still looking for a social media intern. Not paid. Will never be paid unless we get rich, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so I will post. Maybe I'll go to the Nats game tomorrow. Maybe I'll just go get a $5 ticket and get the bobblehead. And I actually from the last weekend, I got a Nats soccer jersey, and Nats soccer jersey from the game. And it says Budweiser across the front of it. It's very nice. What I do have at the Nats Stadium is I have the go-ahead entry. It's like clear. They don't have it at 4 stadiums. Have I told you about this?
Yeah, no, but I know what clear is, and I assume what it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing where you just walk. You don't have to stand in the massive line. You just have to sign up for it on the MLB Ballpark app. I think it's in DC, Philly, Houston, and in San Francisco. So
what
if you're
does
in
it
any
cost?
Zero, it's free. It's completely free.
Do you have to still get?
It's called go-ahead entry.
Do you get scanned? Do you? Because
no, nothing.
And
literally nothing. All you have to do is sign up for it. And
Literally
nobody does it. Nobody knows what it is. And it's everybody just walks up to the gate and it's just like, do you have go ahead entry? And everyone's like, no, we don't know what that is. All right, get in the back of the line. That's all the way around the block. And I walk right in and I just say, I have go ahead entry. And I walk in and, there's two of us, two people with you. Perfect. Just come right in. And you walk right in.
And you just middle fingers past like the entire 400 people line. Just
literally 400 people.
I am better than you.
Standing out in the hot sun. It's literally free. All you have to do is have the MLB Ballpark app. So there's your plug. There's your plug there. We're trying to get some sponsorships on this damn program. Again, did want to give Wendy's the opportunity to sponsor us. Alex said, or I said for him, that he will eat a biggie bag for a biggie bag, which includes nugs. He'll do the Frosty upgrade, maybe the Tots upgrade, for once a day for an entire year if they sponsor us. It's yet to be seen.
Yeah, we got to talk dollar amounts, but I'm not against it. I could end up being the dude that just ate McDonald's every day for a year.
He's dead.
Yeah, but life well lived, I suppose.
No, he did. But either way, get out to some games. Like I said, College World Series is starting this weekend, and we will be back again with that City Connect episode very, very soon, and back on the grind week after week, coming at you strong here from Beneath the Mendoza Line podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.